My name is Natsira Shamarita. I'm 19 and I stay in Airport. I finished my advanced level last year, 2022, and I'm currently focusing on my passion, which is standing up for the girl child, fighting against child marriages and pregnancies through Taekwondo, which is a Korean martial art. Pass. One.
It's my favorite time of the year as we celebrate Women's History Month. And we try, as UN Women, before we conclude the month, to do a Girl Takeover initiative. This is, in a way, for us, an opportunity to engage young girls and young women and to spend time with them. Because this month, although it's about Women's History Month, it's also about these young women, because the future belongs to them. So today, girls are taking over several institutions. I do want to appreciate the organizations, the partners who will be welcoming girls today and showing them around, showing them what they do. Because what we're trying to create is an environment that is an enabling environment for these young women to grow up and become the strong women, the leaders they can be, the scientists they can be, and to really be able to have a bigger vision.
Most of the time, the best time to choose a career path is when you're a junior doctor, when you're actually in the thick of things and you're actually now practicing.
How do you do that? How do you survive being in a room full of a lot of males and they're all like, "Tisarune, not home."
When I talk of women, I start off from the woman in the rural areas. They are equally important. We need to look.
Seeing is believing. Many of these young women are in circumstances, sometimes they go through very difficult circumstances and may not have opportunities to gain exposure to all the possibilities that are out there. So Girl Takeover is, in a way, for UN Women in Zimbabwe, it is our way of giving back to these girls, giving back to the communities, but also giving them exposure.
What would happen afterwards, like after the whole arrest?
Cases are dealt with in the courts of law. But more importantly,
these young women have opportunities to then come very close to leaders, whether women or men, and to ask them advice. My favorite part, though, is learning also from these young women.
Chinangwa the reason why Ndaka created this organization is because
they live in a very different world than us in many ways. You know, these are, as they call them, the millennials, and, you know, they are the one really spending a lot of time on digital spaces and so on and so forth. And those areas have both opportunities, but also some serious challenges and issues. And sometimes it's only through engaging these young women that you actually learn about their lives, their realities, you know, what they go through on a daily basis, their fears, but also their dreams.
I love working with young people, mostly aiming to end child marriages and pregnancies, because when I was in primary school, I saw a lot of my friends, classmates, and even close relatives getting into child marriages. So I just felt that if I can be able to give them sanitary pads, they won't be lured into exchanging sex for sanitary pads, or even be forced to do something that eventually leads to child marriages and pregnancies.
That allows us as an institution to factor that into what we do. Because everything we do today, yes, it is for the women of today, but it is also for these women of tomorrow. And we have to start supporting them. And it starts with these conversations.
It's a two-way conversation between the mentee and the mentor, and it opens up doors and ideas for young people who are looking at their future, what they want to do, particularly girls, to explore the options related to a career of interest and go, yeah, that's for me, or oh no, that's not for me. There are no limits on the options on what girls can do. So some people will specialize and be.
The girls really enjoyed the time that we shared, and I gave them a statement which says, make sure you put a smile on everyone's face. and we had a wonderful time.
The main thing I remember were the wise words of Dr. Mugabe when she said, "Our faces are outside, not inside, to make people around us smile."
Even if you're going to walk into a room miles away from home, maybe outside Zimbabwe, never forget that whatever you're going to say determines what life is going to be like for those you left at home. So I'm looking forward to one day being a diplomat, and thank you, UN Women, for such a program.
I'm an aspiring doctor, and today I had a very wonderful experience. First, we went to Dr. Ushi's practice, and she actually gave us some good advice. She advised us not to ever give up. She is a woman, but she owns the practice.
My father used to say, "You not get opportunities in accounting." But today, through this initiative, I came to realize that there are great women doing great things in the accounting firm, and I'm happy.